Hi, I am Saul Cortes, and today I'm going to talk about what it takes to immigrate to Toronto, Canada. I will outline the main requirements, compare lifestyles, and explain why this city is a great option for someone like me, a mechanical engineer graduate who wants to develop a career as a project manager.
I will outline the main requirements, compare lifestyles, and explain why this city is a great option for someone like me, a mechanical engineer graduate who wants to develop a career as a project manager. Why did I choose Toronto? It's a city that offers more job opportunities in construction and large-scale projects than other cities, such as Vancouver or Mexico City. Additionally, salaries are attractive. For example, a project manager in Toronto earns between 80,000 and 140 Canadian dollars per year. With my 5 years of experience, I could aspire to earn between 80,000 and 100,000 Canadian dollars per year. Obtaining an international certification such as PMP could increase that range to 140,000 Canadian dollars per year. Professional requirements. In order to practice as a mechanical engineer in Canada, I must have my studies validated by WES World Education Services. To apply for project manager positions, I need a project management professional, PMP, or Prince 2 certification. Additionally, many job openings require technical skills, reading isometric drawings, basic knowledge of AutoCAD or Revit, the ability to use management software such as Microsoft Project or Primavera P6. Most importantly, English language proficiency. To be competitive, I need to be a CLB 7 level, which is equivalent to an IELTS or CELBIP score.
Immigration requirements.
The most common way to immigrate to Canada is through the Express Entry Program, which uses a points-based system. Check the passing requirements, which include education, experience, language proficiency, and degree validation. Create an Express Entry profile. The system will calculate a score called the Comprehensive Ranking System, CRS. You will then enter the candidate pool, which is like a waiting list for applicants. If I have enough points, I will receive an invitation ITA to apply for residency. If I don't reach the required number of points, some provinces, such as Ontario, can nominate me through the Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, which gives me a big advantage. Initial expense plan. If I arrive without a job, I will need to budget for at least 3 months. Rent. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs between 1,500 and 1,900 Canadian dollars per month. Outside the city center, it is cheaper. Transportation. A monthly TTC pass costs between 120 and 160 Canadian dollars per month. Utilities and food. Between 500 and 900 Canadian dollars per month. Total monthly expenses are around 3,500 Canadian dollars. For 3 months, that would be approximately 10,500 Canadian dollars, including the rental deposit, approximately 2,000, and plane ticket, approximately 1,000. I would need at least 13,500 to 14,500 Canadian dollars total. One important requirement is proof of funds. If I apply a skilled worker without a job offer, I must show at least 15,263 Canadian dollars in savings to demonstrate my ability to settle. A comparison with Mexico. Would my life be happier there? From a cost-benefit perspective, the answer is yes, because the purchasing power is much higher in Toronto. For example, in Canada, people typically work 160 hours per month, while in Mexico, it is around 192 hours. In Mexico City, 85 hours of work pays for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center, whereas in Toronto, 50 hours pays for the same. In Toronto, 4 to 5 hours of work covers a month's utilities, while in Mexico it takes about 11 hours. In Mexico, an iPhone 50 Pro costs 30,000 pesos, approximately 2,500 Canadian dollars. In Toronto, it can be purchased with 33 hours of work. In Mexico City, it requires about 170 hours, considering an average monthly salary of 34,000 pesos as a project manager. Clearly, although the cost of living in Toronto is high, so is the income, allowing for the better quality of life with fewer hours of work. In summary, emigrating to Toronto requires meeting professional qualifications, proving financial stability, completing the express entry process, and preparing for an initial cost of living. In return, however, it offers competitive salaries, professional growth, and a better work-life balance. I believe it's worth it. Although emigrating is not easy, with preparation, effort, and a good financial plan, it can be a life-changing opportunity.